Hi, morning or afternoon or whenever you're watching. I had a couple of things I wanted to, well, one thing I guess for this particular video that's come up recently, actually was suggested by the guy doing the recording, is to have a little conversation about the difference between a quitclaim deed and a ladybird deed, which is something that people can do in Florida and several other states and not everywhere in the country. A quitclaim deed is where somebody who owns a piece of property signs over all of their ownership rights to somebody else. And if it's a place that they've been living in and getting a homestead exemption for, as they would in Florida if they owned it, they give up that instantly. So they might be able to continue to live in the property, but the property taxes on the property will go up exponentially, or certainly by some kind of more percentage than they want to pay. They're not the best idea. They're a fine idea if you own a property with a couple of other people and you're going to give up your percentage there so somebody else can own the property completely or with a greater percentage. You would do that because it wouldn't be your primary residence, and there's some inducement for you to do that. People buy each other out. Three people own a piece of property and two of them want to sell it and one doesn't, so they buy the third person out. That third person will issue a quitclaim deed, which would relieve them of all responsibility for the property. Those are generally not done where you've done an appraisal or a survey of the property, and the deed would say that. That's a quitclaim deed. In Florida, they have something called a ladybird deed or an enhanced life estate deed. And this is the one that I most often use, where somebody owns a piece of property and they want somebody to own it when they die, when they pass. And they're not going to relinquish all of the benefits they have for owning the property. So they sign a piece of paper that says they are the grantor, they're the person giving up the property. They're giving it to themselves most times as what's called a life tenant, and they're retaining all their rights. They retain all their ownership rights. They can sell it, lease it, demolish it, rebuild it. They can do anything they want. And then when they pass, there's something called a remainder beneficiary. So that is the person or persons, oftentimes it's children, who now become the owners after somebody dies. And they don't have to worry about huge increases in taxes because the tax advantages travel with that gift. It's not a gift, don't say that, Deb. Travel with that granting. And sometimes it's a trust that gets it because somebody wants to see it sold and they want to guarantee it's sold, and the two new owners may not be willing. And people are often confused. They call and say they want a quitclaim deed when they're not aware of the potential impact on them for doing that. I don't generally recommend them, and I've certainly done them in the example I used where three people own a property and two of them are willing to give up their share of the ownership for a fee. So one person can own the old thing. Perfect time. Ladybird deed I use often because people don't want to give up their rights and they want property to pass outside of probate to people they love. And then people they love can decide what to do with the property. So I think that was reasonably clear. And it may be a question you've had or somebody you know has had. And we would like you to like, comment, and share this video. And we hope you have a great day. Thanks.